You have found Vagina Whispering, where we talk about everything from vaginas and orgasms to femininity, connection and love, intimacy, pleasure, intuition, menopause, and so much more. This is a safe place to have real conversations and make real connections. We're going to have a great time. We're going to laugh a lot, and we are going to fall in love with ourselves again. A quick note before we begin, the information we present here is educational in nature and is not medical or psychological advice, nor is it a substitute for seeking licensed healthcare services. Okay, let's drop you into the conversation.
I've been more up and down than I can remember. I've been asking my team a lot, okay, what should I focus? I know it sounds like I have no internal sense of direction that I ask, but I feel like I'm here for a bigger purpose and I'm not aware of it yet. So I ask because I'm like, help me focus on that, please. 5 years ago or something, I was feeling very aware of having to do some internal work. And I ended up connecting with the Ego Collective. And Shauna wrote 400 pages. I haven't touched it in years. And it occurred to me recently to get back to that.
It just popped into my head before you said it.
Oh my gosh. Just as we were talking, I was like, oh, if I was working on that book and reconnecting with the Ego Collective, that would be my day. That would be pretty sweet deal, actually, to connect with them. It was a beautiful team to work with and very collaborative. They had a lot of really important messages.
They're telling me what to ask you. Reconnect with them and ask them to help you take those 400 pages, but not actually working with the 400 pages. That's already been done. You don't need to revisit that. And I think that might be a roadblock. I see this bump in a road of, oh my gosh, I can't really get back into that because I'd have to go read 400 pages. And oh my gosh, I can't do that. So maybe just say, all right, I want you all to review those 400 pages and pull out the 20 best nuggets and let's work on those, and give me one and we'll write a small chapter. Ooh, I'm getting a heartbeat, a really fast heartbeat. Whew. I think there's something to that. And it's not a long book. It's more of, 20 short chapters, like a bathroom book.
Oh, I love that. Book was a bathroom book. Yeah.
So you can open up that book to any little thing and you just, short chapters might still be 20 pages a chapter, right? But it's that ability where you don't have to read it cover to cover. You can pop in and out of the book. You can search through the table of contents and the chapters and be like, oh, depression right there. I need to read this one. What is the Ego Collective's input on depression or apathy or even things that we're talking about? Menopause. Heck. Vaginas and sexuality. Sorry, go ahead.
I almost had the word. There's a therapy word that I've been trying to come up with that describes this feeling, something.
Yes, I actually know it's a psychological word too. Yes, it's not dissonance.
It's anhedonia. Anhedonia. Anhedonia is the inability, this seems a bit extreme, but the inability to experience pleasure or significant loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities, often described as emotional numbness or a hollow feeling. That's how it feels sometimes, hollow. Hollow. It is a core symptom of depression and other mental health conditions involving a reduced desire for rewards and less enjoyment. That's a little extreme-ish, but anyway. Yeah, so this is the anhedonic phase that we're going through. Anyway, and I'm appreciating what you're saying about the book because back then it occurred to me like, oh God, it's such a pile of stinking mess. It's overwhelming to even think about going in and doing anything. And maybe I haven't connected with the Ego Collective since we finished all of that stuff, and maybe they just needed to get out of their system. And now it's okay, we're ready for the succinct version we're actually going to publish.
And they just told me they also needed to teach you.
Totally get it. And I would do a much better job now of the channel writing because I've been practicing all of that kind of stuff a lot since then. So even in my journaling, that comes through. That would be cool. And I was in some group a couple of days ago, and after I had gotten this kind of message, and I swear 3 or 4 people mentioned ego. And that's not a normal, it was a spiritual group, but still, that's not usually a part of spiritual group.
No, it's not.
So it could be a disconnection from our own sense of purpose or the things that inspire us, and also with the things that are happening around the world, even if our heads are in the sand as much as possible, which mine fucking is, it's still very impactful to our energy and sense of hopefulness and positivity to know that there is just so much suffering and just blatant fucking cruelty happening around the world. That's the weird thing about trying to be so finely tuned or attuned to things, is that you can't block everything.
This is an interesting realization for me. The more the world goes awry, which I feel like we're quite awry, my empathy has completely heightened. And I didn't realize that, because what's happening though is I'm trying to shut things off. And yet I am more, like you even said it yourself, I want to cry more. I just want to release this more. We need to connect with our spirit teams, because that's a clear, beautiful energy. Yeah. And we all need to be doing that. I'm talking to myself right now. I need to be connecting to that, the clearest possible, beautiful energy that we can connect with right now, especially.
Yeah. Totally. When you're feeling down, it's easy to feel disconnected or want to be disconnected. If I can stop feeling this, and I certainly don't want to cast it onto anyone else. Not like our spirit team is somebody who's going to get down. We're dragging them down because of sour mood. It doesn't work that way.
But there is something to be said about that. Whether you're reaching out to a spirit team or you're thinking of reaching out to your friends, your family. What do we do when we're feeling yucky?
Yeah.
We go inside and we don't reach out. And that's when we need to reach out the most. I did do a meditation the other day. It was very brief. And I just said, okay, guys, I need you to push in more. I need you to just get in there with me now. I'm fighting it, which means I might need messages when I'm washing dishes. I maybe am not going to sit and wait for your messages anymore. I don't know if that's where I'm being called to do right now, but I need you to push in. I need you to be a little more aggressive with me. Because if we don't ask, they won't do it.
I really feel like you're hitting it on the head right now. I can really feel that. Yeah. It makes me want to cry, because my aunt, who I just adore, called me. She was saying, reach out when you feel poopy. Please, I'm right here. I'm 2 minutes away at most from being able to call you back if I'm in the bathroom and I didn't bring my phone. Reach out. I don't know how many people can. I just have a very hard time reaching out to people, and to reach out to somebody when I'm not feeling great. I have a couple of people that I will call when I'm really feeling in the shit, because I know I can really trust where they will go with me, versus there are other people that will join you in the shit. And I know that. I don't know that about my aunt. I think she'd be really supportive. She has so much love and respect for me and what I do. I know I can trust her to genuinely give me support. But it's very tricky. Again, the more finely tuned we get to ourselves and what our energy is experiencing, you have to be careful what you expose yourself to. I'm much more mindful of that in a lot of ways, but it would be smart to start reaching out to people who don't make you feel worse. And then it does make them feel better. And she reminded me of that. If she made me feel better, she would feel so good about that.
Yeah. So we're depriving those feelings from others.
It's hard to think that when you feel like, because you feel like I'm just bringing my shit in front of the next person.
It's very true. The other end of that is also making sure that you're not communicating or divulging to someone who will simply just try to fix it as well.
There's that.
Two ends of the spectrum where I don't want either of that. I don't want you to make me feel worse about it. I also don't want you to try to fix it. I want you to just sit there and listen with open arms and open heart. And how can I help?
I love that.
How can I help? Or, so sorry.
Yeah. Or just, you're not
so
alone.
Sorry.
You're not alone. I feel for you. That's rough. I try to not solve stuff because I don't have the answers for anybody else. I'm clear about that. When somebody reaches out, I try to have true empathy, and that's all I have to do. Wow, that sucks. That would be super hard. I could see why you would feel that way.
Sometimes I'll just say, tell me more. Because it's okay.
That's
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
And reinforce the positive stuff. I'm trying to do that more for myself. Even in journaling last night, I was like, what did I do right or well today? And it was nice to do that. And I've been a little more aware of that in my journaling lately. Here's my list of positives, and not like blowing smoke up my own ass. Even though I feel unproductive, actually, I did like these 6 important things. Reaching out to our spiritual team. They are around us all the time. And back to cats. There are times Cupcake is very content to sleep upstairs. And she came down and she's on my lap.
I knew she was
And
on your lap.
I try to encourage her. I send her a little visual of, I'm going to be sitting for an hour. You want to come and join? I feel like she is sensing better and better when I could really use some extra energetic support. Her brother was very attuned, probably too much. And I think he absorbed a lot of the energy I was dealing with, and he passed young. Usually my cats live to 15 or 16 years old, and he was 11 when she's 16. So it's benefited her not to, but yeah.
Aww. Speaking of cats, I love that. Speaking of cats. That should be the title. Speaking of cats and all sorts of other shit.
They would want us to be speaking of them. They know how
Yes,
wonderful they
would.
are.
Yes, they are. Thanks for sharing with me and listening to me for 45 minutes and then having you share just a little bit.
Oh,
I
that's
appreciate
the only big thing that's really happening for me. A lot of this, what feels like an emotional upheaval, started around 2 months ago. My therapist is retiring soon. I have to start talking about the bigger shit that I haven't really been talking with her about. So we started that. And that is when I tipped over to the side of really feeling and experiencing what feels like depression. Part of it is my intimate life with Grant and how it really has not improved. I was talking to her yesterday and she said, how about while you're in this phase, you just put everything about that on a high shelf somewhere and take the pressure off of what you think you should be doing, that there's something wrong with you, that you're not doing it. You have this wonderful man who loves you. What's wrong with you? All of that crap. And just tuck all of that away for now. And I remembered when this came up a couple of years ago with our other therapist, and it was like, oh, I could just fucking relax and actually enjoy being with my husband and not focusing on what's wrong, that we're not doing things. There's so many serious, very significant, heavy conversations that come out of this a couple times a week easily. That is a lot. Oh, it's fucking painful. I can't stand it. And now I'm bringing it up sometimes, but oh yeah, there was a time, Jen, this was an everyday occurrence in my life. When Grant and I first got married, he brought this kind of thing up every fucking day.
Sexuality. Missy. All of it.
All of it, but the talking, the relationship conversations. One complaint, huge complaint I have about him, our relationship, not him, is this. And anyway, so if we're not focusing on this problem, because we're not fixing it right now, and I'm certainly not in a place, so I am already feeling a little bit relieved, even just thinking about it. I shared that with him. He was like, yeah,
Okay.
please, let's do that.
That's what I was going to say. One thing that Alex and I have decided on years ago is the comment of, I'm not ready to talk about this right now. I promise I will come back to you and we will talk about it. If it's a smaller issue, it might be, I just need the night. I just need a night to process it. And I promise you, we will talk about this. That gives the other person the trust in you. So yes, we're going to put it on the high shelf. However, we will talk about this again. It is important to me. I just don't have space for it right now.
That's a beautiful distinction, because as someone who can avoid things, I'm sure I didn't earn the trust that I will come back and we will discuss this, or I would totally forget at times. This is such a huge part of our lives to have this, the focus on this quote problem.
It is not unique. There are probably hundreds of women listening right now thinking, oh, you mean you're not actively intimate with your husband and they want to talk about it all the time? Maybe they're not even talking about it, but they're trying to get on you. This is not a unique conversation. We all hit these places in our lives and in our marriages or in our relationships that are meant to be about you and not we, me and not we. It's okay. You're in a me phase right now. We all need to embrace those things about our relationships. Right now, me personally, I'm in a me phase, like me and my kid phase, but I can't be a we right now. I am totally a we. And I laughed today about something and it felt so good. I was like, oh, that felt good. And we all laughed. We just spilled water all over me. And I'm like, oh my. Normally I would have been like, Alex, what are you doing? For whatever reason, this laugh came out of me. And I was like, that's one way of dealing with the hot flash. And we just laughed, and then he left, and Teal and I kept going. But it's important to be in a me phase every now and then and just say, it's okay.
Yeah. Also focusing on what's wrong really poops on all the good stuff that you could be enjoying. Just one good laugh a night with your partner. Grant works so hard to compensate for me not having a regular job, among
Mhm.
other things. There are times when I'm feeling it and I go and express to him how much I genuinely love, appreciate, and feel grateful for him. Sometimes I choke myself up and I'm like crying about it. I really feel it so deeply in those moments, and I make sure to tell him. And it would be nice to feel that the emotional freedom of just expressing with nowhere to go with it other than maybe to share it with him, kind of thing. And I am so grateful to be with a human being with whom I can feel safe being that vulnerable. And then there are moments when I'm like, then what the fuck is wrong with you, Noelle? Why can't, and I have to, that's the part about loving myself more unconditionally is this is what I've needed. And that is not. And I have to just embrace that because otherwise I just feel like a gross loser all the time.
You're not a
And
gross loser all the time. Maybe sometimes, but not.
sometimes, Tuesdays in particular,
Yes. Tuesdays are the worst.
especially
Mm.
between 2 and 6 p.m.
If that's truly the case, you feel really bad between 2 and 6.
Oh, that just sort of came to my mind. I don't
Well,
even know why that came out of my
but
mouth.
that
That's what I
might be
saw though.
the truth. And that might be when you say, hey, I'm gonna go to a yoga class between 2 and 6 every Tuesday. Or
Oh,
maybe
that'll
book
make me feel worse.
something.
I'm
Go
kidding.
get a petty. If we all could identify when are the times that I
Mm.
really do
Well, that's a good
consistently
idea.
feel
Yeah.
yucky, I'm going to build in
Mm.
something to not avoid it, but to remind myself of the beauty in life and in myself,
Yeah.
or the value that I have in myself.
Or even to counter that energy.
Yeah, it's a good
Like
way
when
of
I
putting it.
start feeling purposeless, I feel useless. I could come in here and sit down and be like, Papa, my
Hmm.
grandfather, can you come in? I need some cheering up right now. Could you give me a pep talk? Could you give me a sign of something that we could do together? Or is
Hmm.
there something you can foresee? If I'm aware of it, I can do something positive about it. I would love that.
To bring this all full circle, it's about taking off the cardigan before the hot flash starts. It's getting in
Mm.
front of that. I think I'm going to feel a little depressed. I'm gonna go, whatever, walk around the block, or I'm gonna go talk to Papa, or maybe you have a guide that is just there waiting for you every single time you get into that zone and you're all,
Mm.
hey, let's go talk because I'm not feeling it. Are you there? It might be Papa, it might be whomever, but yeah, it's taken off the cardigan before the hot flash. There you go. Boom, shakalaka. I
Damn,
put that into a wrapped up package for you with a bow.
that was amazing and beautiful. Good job. We don't usually get to that point.
I know. We're usually like, all right, bye. That was nice.
I did have a new guide approach me. I was supposed to do a quote interview with him a couple of days ago, but my energy was such shit. I was like, I'm not really feeling it. I'm supposed to connect with him and see what's up with him.
Maybe that was your lesson is I was too tired and didn't
Mm.
feel great to
Oh,
connect with him. Maybe
yeah.
that's he's all no. Oh, that's why I'm here. Would you like that voice?
You can go higher than that. Go ahead.
I can. Now I'm all self-conscious. It just comes out now. And when I
Yeah,
start
it's
singing,
good.
Teal will be like this. No, no more singing. I'm like, Teal, I have to practice. And she's, no, Mom, no. I don't want to hear you sing. Seriously, I'm not joking. Looks at me. No,
Oh my gosh.
no.
Wouldn't that be so funny if it helped her be a little less verbalish and a little more directly verbal? Mama, I said no.
And I'm going to keep singing until you say no. I want to hear it. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
Aw.
All right. Don't forget to take off your cardigan before the hot flash starts. Don't forget to talk with Tompkins when you're feeling low.
Yeah.
And maybe it's
Yeah.
not about an interview.
I don't know why interview even came to me.
No,
No,
but
it's
that's
just,
an interesting word. It's more about him than it is about you. And that's not what our spirit team is for. Our spirit team is for you or us.
yeah.
No, they are.
No, I hear you. Thank you for
I
that.
got to go take off my cardigan. I'm kidding. I've actually been really pretty good with chugging water. I think I've only had 3 since we've been sitting here. It's amazing. Yeah. Good
Well,
times. All right,
anyway,
sweet cheeks. Love you.
love
Oh,
you.
okay.
Aw.
29 days, baby.
29
And
days.
I have an appointment in 6 next whatever. And I threaten his life and his children every single time I get in the chair. I'm all, you told me 1 year. So May is 1 year. Oh yeah, he knows.
Okay.
I threaten every single time. And I've started encouraging some of his other clients who are high school students that are like, what? You're getting yours off in 1 year? I've had mine on for 2.5. And I'm all, have you started threatening his children?
Oh my God.
And they're like, what? I'm all, try it. Just try it. Just sit down and be like, I just want you to know. I've been talking to Jen.
I know where you live.
I'm going to threaten your life, your wife, and your children.
Oh my goodness.
You need to get these suckers off.
Maybe not do that part, but you could do your head too.
All the orthodontists, like all the assistants in there are like, Jen's here. No, they're like, doctor? Because they're all, we're not,
I am not messing with her.
I am not messing with that girl. She'll bite my fingers off. All right, I'm joking.
Yeah.
All right, love you.
Love you. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for joining us. To access the interview on video, visit our Vagina Whispering channel on YouTube. If you have a topic you'd like to learn about, or if you have a specialist you'd like us to interview, please email us at vaginawhispering@gmail.com. And on a final note, while Noelle Dean is a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California, she does not provide any psychotherapy or other licensed healthcare services as the host. Any action you take based on the information contained herein is strictly at your own risk. Please refer to the podcast disclaimer in the show notes for further information.